In our previous videos, we took a look at some of the prerequisite steps we had to go through to get R12 installed on our Linux server. We went through those prerequisites, and then as we started the installation, we came across a couple of issues that we had to resolve before we could continue on. We did those in the previous video. In this video, we're actually going to install the software, and you can see that I'm in the middle of installing the Oracle E-Business Suite Release 12 on my Linux server right now. In the middle of the page, you have a progress bar that shows you what Oracle is actually doing as it's installing the R12 software. This runs for a long time, so I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to start up the video again after the installation is complete, and we can look at some of the configuration steps we'll go through. So now we're back after Oracle has gone through and it's done all of its installation on our Linux server, and it's gone through some system configurations to make sure that all of the pieces are there. If any of these failed, we can always click on any of the check marks here, or there would be big X's here, and we can click on that and see what the actual problem was. We can try and fix the problem and then click the retry button. But since everything looks okay, we can continue on here just to show you what each one of these looks like. If I click on, you can see Oracle gives me a little summary of the things that it tried to do for each one of these. Database availability, it went through and it tried to make sure that it could talk to the database and the listeners running and everything like that, and everything came back successfully. So if we're in good shape there, we can continue on. Like I said, if anything had failed, there would be an X. We could click the X, see the details, try to fix it on our server, click the retry button, make sure that it went through. But as of now, it looks like we're in pretty good shape. So when I click on Next, we have kind of a summary screen here that says the wizard has completed installing. Everything looks okay. Do we want to actually connect to Oracle Applications Release 12.1.1? And if I hover my mouse over it, you can see that it'll show me the URL that I need to actually connect to it. Because I'm running this through an X server through Cygwin locally on my machine, when I click on this, it's not going to be smart enough to figure out how to actually start my browser. So I can click on it, but it's not going to actually do anything here. And you can see, unable to launch a browser, no references were found in the path. But I do have the URL, so I know that it's FM1. Oh, but it's not showing up now. Why is it not showing up? I'll hover over it again. Oh, that's weird. When we hovered over it before, it showed the information, but it's not showing it again. But that's okay. We'll figure this out. So now if I go into a browser that's running on my PC here, and if it'll just give me a second to start up my Firefox browser. Nope, Firefox is giving me a problem here. Okay, so let's hop into Firefox now and try to connect to our server. If you're running locally, you're going to have to make sure that your host file has the necessary information for you to actually connect to your server. So if you remember the URL that we saw there a second ago, it was fm1 at fourthmonth.com, and it's listening on port 8000. And when I try to go there, it says server not found. This is running locally in my network, so I don't have any of the information. It doesn't know how to resolve fm1.fourthmonth.com. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to hop into an editor, and we're going to have to edit a file on your local machine called a hosts file. And you can see here's the path that you're going to have to edit the file in. It's in C, Windows, System32, Drivers, etc hosts. And in this file, I need to make an entry, and they give you a couple of examples here to figure out what it's supposed to look like. But if I make this entry here for my IP address and the actual server at fm1.fourthmonth.com, once I have all that, my browser can then read that information and connect to my server. One of the quirks is that Firefox only reads that file upon startup, so I can't make the change and then just go right back in here. I actually have to stop Firefox, start it up again, and then once I do that, I can then do fm1 at fourthmonth .com:8000. It'll automatically redirect me to the login page, and I can then start using my eBusiness Suite system. So let me click in. Never autofill. There's a user that's created for you automatically called sysadmin. So the password is also sysadmin. So when we want to log on, we can use those. And if everything is working properly, we should be redirected to a page that gives me a chance to specify which responsibility I want to start using inside of the Oracle eBusiness Suite. So you can see that as part of the Vision database that we installed, and the Vision database is kind of Oracle's sample database with a whole bunch of seeded data to show you exactly all of the different functionality of the R12 eBusiness Suite. You can see there's all of these different responsibilities here on the left-hand side: HTML forms, alert manager, CRM, HTML administration. One of the things that you'll do as a system administrator is to use these two here, system administrator and system administration. These two links here will give you the ability to go in and look at a lot of the various pieces from an administration point of view of your system. So if I click on System Administrator, we'll see that I have all of these different pieces: profile options, forms personalization. I can get information about hosts. One of the things as an administrator you'll see a lot of is you'll use this tool called Oracle Applications Manager. Oracle Applications Manager is a graphical-based tool that gives you a tremendous amount of information about how your system is set up. So you can see that there's a lot of the basic pieces here. Looking at licenses, if I click on hosts, I'll be taken to a page that'll give me information about all my hosts. And there's a lot of information that you can drill down on. So I can click on Show, get more information about, the server name, the actual version of the operating system that's running. Tremendous amount of information here that I can find. If I click on Sitemap, you can see there's all this other information that gives me the ability to go in and look at my entire system top to bottom. Concurrent requests, again, License Manager, the ability to monitor my system. I can look at how my database is performing, forms, workflow, form sessions, SQL extensions, anything that's going on inside my system. And we'll have other videos that'll take a look at each one of these pieces of the Oracle Application Manager in detail. But this is a real good way to get in on your system and figure out exactly what's going on at any particular time. And Oracle has made it a heck of a lot easier in Release 12 for administrators to go in there and see what's going on their system. That's going to conclude the installation of Release 12 on a Linux server. There's going to be a whole bunch of other videos available that are going to look at a lot of the other details. Like I said, a lot of the details here, the Oracle Application Manager, and some other things that you can do on your eBusiness Suite Release 12. So hopefully these videos were helpful for you and made it a heck of a lot easier for you to go through and get an R12 instance up and running inside your organization.